What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review series. This is the pre-show before we get into the main show. We are a half hour late because of dinner, 10 minutes late because of setup. And if I am coughing, sneezing, or every 5 seconds I have coffee.
And I have a little bit of laryngitis, so my voice might sound
Michael's voice is just getting better.
Allergy season and the humidity of the rain is not a good combination when it comes to pollen that's everywhere, too, because pollen gets me allergic.
So Mike was sick. That's why the review was moved to today.
No. Allergies. I wasn't sick.
Well, it's considered, but you were not feeling well.
Well, it's allergies.
Okay, well, you were not, whatever it was, Mike wasn't feeling it, so we moved it today. I got sick starting the end of the live show I was getting sick on the live show, honestly.
Which is why I wasn't able to come on the live show, because my voice was completely just no bueno.
So, actually, I forgot to check one thing. Speaking of voice.
Well, who what?
I want to make sure that we have, yes, it is.
Okay.
I always triple check to make sure that our wonderful Yeti microphone is the wonderful microphone that it is. Legend Storm, Tevia, and Scotty, all three of y'all. Welcome to the show. I hate rain and pollen. Yep. And, I just checked the weather over here. The weather until next Sunday. Today is Wednesday as we record this. The weather until Sunday of next week. Well, Sunday, which is the end of this week. I don't count. Monday's the beginning of the week. Sunday's the end of the week. So the end of this week is when the rain is stopping. Sunday is when the rain is breaking. I hate Alan.
Uh-oh.
Alan's never going to let that go.
Spider-Man.
Mike owns the pants now. I have a picture to prove it. It's gone.
You got to take a picture.
How's it going along with Celestial Falcon 2? Good news. First of all, hello, CO2397.
397.
I said 397.
You said 297.
I'm sorry, 397. It's going really good. More news on that soon. Now, got a couple things I want to talk about the channel. Now, because I'm sick, we had the poll, and because it's Wednesday and the poll's officially closed, because I closed it at 9 o'clock, we had a total of, I think, again, 11 votes. I can tell you guys the winner now because we're all here. What's up, Jesse? Rogue Leader 1. What's going on, man? The winner was Superman Special, the one-shot. I've already started reading it. I'm going to try my hardest to get the review up tomorrow, which is the day I kind of put down for doing these solo reviews. I might not have the graphics. I might not put in the art. If I can get the video shot fast enough, I might just do a video and upload it. So apologies if I do not have preview artwork or do the fancy intro that I like doing. I'll try. If I make the review short, I'll be able to edit and render and upload it pretty quick. So I'm hoping I can do that, and we can get that up, because on Friday, I'm going to be doing a special unboxing video. But what it really is, it's an unboxing and channel update, kind of updates on what's going on behind the scenes, kind of a setup, also a little teaser more for the pre-show that's going to be happening on May 29th, which is my birthday. Now, a lot of you have seen there are going to be changes actually to the room. Oh, what's up, Roll? Welcome in. Do the Family Guy thing with the weather people die and that's it. Oh, no.
What? Yeah.
No, that's Roll. See, normally I would consider that trolling, but that's normal.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like...
No, Alan, that was Roll. It's fine. Alan! That was Roll. That was Jesse. Oh. No, stop, guys. That's Roll from Bitter Old Goons Gaming. It's okay. Stop. He's Roll. See, Roll, that's what happens when you have different names. That's Roll. He's fine. He's just joking around. He doesn't mean it. He's not being a troll. He's legit. He's just having a good time. He's cool. He's completely cool.
I'm kidding.
I'm vouching for Mike. Mike is cool. It's okay. I know he's just messing around.
I forgot that was him.
That's his real name. Yeah. So it's okay. He didn't mean what he said. He's just joking around. That's how he does it. If you watch any of our Sea of Thieves, that's just how he is. So he's fine. He's cool. What's up, Justin? Welcome in. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't mean anything he says. It's all for fun. I know.
Everyone put away their
Roll and
phaser
I
rays.
are very close friends through gaming, so it's okay that he says that because he doesn't mean a single word of it at all. He's just saying it to say it. You should hear what he says to me on Sea of Thieves, but I know none of it he means, so it's fine. But we're gonna be making some changes. I took a picture of Comic Book Corner. You guys know Comic Book Corner. It's been around for a long, long time. We're going to be doing some cosmetic changes to Comic Book Corner because we're recording over here now mostly. I do say I feed back to you. Yes, I do, but not on this channel. This channel is my PG channel, so I'm not going to feed it back to you there. But, yeah, phasers to stun. Everything's fine. But there's going to be some updates. There's going to be some changes. Changes to the room, not changes to the channel. The channel is where it is. The update video that I'm working on for Friday is going to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going to be going on as far as videos, as far as ideas that I have, and stuff like that moving forward. Everything that's been going on, the viewer's choice, the review show, all of that staying. Some of it, I think a few of you are going to be happy about because a few of you have been mentioning this. Some of it, and I'll actually drop this early because I know I've been promising SoundCloud. We are going to wait a little bit and build up the podcast. We're going to continue the podcast, regular numbering. We're going to build it up, and then we're going to move over to SoundCloud. We're not making the leap to SoundCloud yet. What I want to do is, instead of spreading my focus out into multiple different places at once, and as much as I know a lot of us hate YouTube for all the stuff that they've been pulling the past couple of months, YouTube, for the most part, is a free upload. You know, I can get everything I need to get uploaded, no problem. You know, whereas SoundCloud is $15 a month. For the benefit of money and focus, I'm going to focus on here, Frontline, and Twitch. I'm going to keep those my main focuses. I don't want to add more. And the more I think about it, the more I say, you know what? I'm stretching myself into different websites again. And I don't want to do that because I'm working on my social media. As you guys know, I'm trying to build up the social media. So, no SoundCloud right now.
Did we say hi to Justin?
Did you ever get? There were no problems with Kat.
Did we say hi to Justin?
I said hi to Justin, yes.
Oh, I probably forgot. We have the best security.
We do. But I do have some really cool announcements. I think a lot of you will be happy about it. A few of you might be interested. Focus is a good idea. Exactly. So I'm going to be focusing instead. I'm not saying it's out, and I'm going to even say that on the update video, and I will say that on episode 2 of the podcast, which is coming out next week. I'm not giving up on SoundCloud. I'm just going to slowly I'm really just going to try to work in what I'm doing first. I'm going to keep my focus on one thing at a time. And then as the podcast grows, as more people watch it, nobody here has said, Chris, you should go back to SoundCloud. Everybody here is pretty happy listening to the podcast on YouTube. And everybody here also voted that they wanted the podcast to come to YouTube a month later. So that tells me that all of you, or a few of you, are going to wait for it to come to YouTube anyway. So since there's no demand for SoundCloud, and the demand was more on our end, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on that. We're not gonna completely take it off the table, but it's put on the shelf for now. It's right. It's there. I'm looking at it. It's right on the shelf. But we're gonna focus right here on Dark Avenger C86. We're gonna focus on Comic Frontline. But Comic Frontline is doing really good. Thank God, knockwood. God bless. Comic Frontline is doing great. So anything that we do for Frontline is just added stuff. So anything we do is just additional content for the channel. And then Twitch, I'm going to be making a stream on Twitch, which is going to kind of give you guys a little heads up on what's going to be going on. If anybody is getting State of Decay 2, I will be playing that for a bit. That is coming out. I don't want to say too much on here because that's Twitch announcements, and that's also for the update. But I will be doing State of Decay. So if anybody is getting State of Decay, friend me on Xbox, or if you're on Windows, you could still friend me through the Xbox app because you have to have the Xbox app in order to play it anyway. So shoot me a friend request, and we'll squad up. I will not be streaming as often as I was, which was every single day. I'm going to be limiting how many times. That game is. The State of Decay role is a zombie survival game. It's a third person. Think about Sea of Thieves, but with zombies, no boats. Basically, think Walking Dead. Even better, think Walking Dead. You're dropped into a world, an open world. You get to pick one of 3 maps, and then you just survive. You build your group. You find more survivors. You build your base, and you just keep growing. And it's basically a survival open world. There's no main story. It's like Sea of Thieves in that respect. You get dropped in, and then you do what you want to do, and you survive with friends. You survive solo. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you build bases and stuff. It's kind of like Conan, where you build bases and you survive the world. But this is the difference is it's not pirates, it's not Conan, it's zombies. That's the big difference. You're surviving zombies instead of fill in the blank for everything else. It's really cool. So, and that's going to be the last game we get until September, which will be Spider-Man.
Oh, that game I'll be playing.
Yes, and Red Dead. Spider-Man, Red Dead, and if they release, what do you call it, Metro. Conan does have Ghosts. That's right. Well, I don't think State of Decay has Ghosts yet, but there is promise of DLC. That's all I know. Is they promised DLC. There you go, sorry, Tevia. Well, you make your own story, Tevia. So if you care about story, sit down and write a MMO for yourself for State of Decay. Oh, another thing, Roll. This is what makes it really unique also. If you die, the character you die as is gone forever. And Metro got delayed till 2019. So Spider-Man and Red Dead are the last 2 things I'm going to be grabbing. So those are the last 2 games. So Twitch is going to be very focused on community games, playing with friends, not too much solo. I've already started God of War on my own. I'll probably end up playing the rest of it by myself on my own, and then maybe I'll play it later on in life. But I will be streaming less. I will not be streaming every single day like I was before because I'm going to be focusing on videos here. And I'm going to be focusing on making content, making reviews. I will be posting up a review for Sea of Thieves. I'm done waiting for them to update. They keep promising to add stuff. They do not add it. So I will be doing my review on the state of the game as it is right now. I'm not waiting anymore. So you will be getting a review. I'm not delaying it. It will be out next week as well. I'm looking to get Assassin's Creed Origin. It's a good game. Roll played Assassin's Creed Origin. You can go check out Bitter Old Goons, and he did a really fun walkthrough of that. I'm super stoked for the Spider-Man game. It's really good, yeah. Just real quick, last thing, because we are getting, we did our 15, 20 minutes into this, but Mike, we did do a haul video, a Spider-Man haul video, went up this past Sunday, which is what Alan is making fun of the tight pants, which I'll never ever wear again as long as I live. But in that video, we did drop the announcement that Ask Spidey is returning to Comic Frontline. So, there have been questions already asked on the Discord.
Wait, they gotta send him to Spider-Man. I have to ask.
They did send it to Spider-Man on the Discord. It's the tab is Ask Spidey.
I gotta tell him. I gotta tell him. Look at the questions. You gotta tell me because I'm the only one that talks to him.
So it's on the Discord. If you'd like to ask questions to Spidey, Tevia, no MJ, no Spider-Man, nothing about Marvel. We're trying to make the questions. Yes, you can. We're trying to make the questions not personal. So we want to make them like, for example, Legend Storm asked, "What are hot dogs made of?" That's something that's fun and we can make jokes with.
Like, I understand, Tevia, you're a big fan of Spider-Man. He appreciates your...
All right, have a good night, Roll. Thank you for stopping in for a little bit.
Like, I understand you're a big fan of Spider-Man. He appreciates you're a big fan. But please, both of us are getting a little bit sick and tired of the whole MJ thing. We get it. He gets it. He's going through a lot more. So just...
Yeah, no questions about the comics. No questions about Marvel. No questions.
Wearing the shirts to respect that he's back.
No, I'm not wearing it for that reason. I'm just saying nothing involving comics, Tevia. If you want to ask a random question about anything else, go right ahead. Nothing comic or personal related to Spider-Man. Those are the questions we won't be adding in.
Yes, but thank you guys. That it's gonna be a great show to see come back. All that.
I'm sorry.
So for that, we have 19 digital.
But I am working on ideas. Brand throughout. I'm on one more thing. Brand throughout that he's doing a weekly series on Frontline. I am working on, I'm getting all my ideas written down on paper. And this is cool. And my wrestling fans in the chat are going to love this. Think about this. My logo on my channel is blue. Comic Frontline's logo and channel is red. We have the perfect Raw and SmackDown, except I'm SmackDown, and I happen my
what?
If you think about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my videos, I'm going to put them all up in a list of what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is color code them. SmackDown, Dark Avenger, will be on my channel. Raw, Comic Frontline, is going to be on Frontline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write all the things I'm doing down. Now, obviously, this review is staying here. Any vlog, personal vlog I do is staying here. Anything I've been doing, viewer's choice, is staying here. And especially because Jay came up with a really awesome idea for the comic of the comic book club, and that's kind of another viewer's choice idea. And I don't want to overcrowd Frontline with viewer's choice, so viewer's choice stays here. Write everything down, and I'm gonna see if we can SmackDown Land of Hurt. So I'm gonna see where all the stuff lands, and during that update video, it's gonna be written. Exactly. It's going to be written in the color of what channel it's going to be on. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun for me to sit down.
So basically your Dark Avenger thing will be in blue and then Comic Frontline
being red.
Oh, all right. That's fair enough.
And also, remember, I'm not announcing anything that's supposed to come out on my birthday or the big thing that's going to be happening on my birthday until my birthday. So that's going to be a big blue question mark. But there's something coming to Frontline, so there's going to be equally a big red question mark. That is to be announced later as well.
Nia versus Ronda Rousey on Money in the Bank. Ooh.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's it. It's 26.
Yeah.
If anybody else has any questions.
26. Oh, it is 26.
If anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask now about the updates, you're welcome to. Oh, one more thing. If you guys are free on Friday, because I know Jesse does his show on Thursday and Justin does his show on Sunday, the unboxing video is going to be a live stream. So, in retrospect, it's going to be a PSA unboxing update. No, not PSA, I'm sorry. It's going to be an unboxing update AMA. Ask me anything, not public service announcement. But it could be a public service announcement. It'll be an AMA, and then I'll switch it to PSA after the fact, after the video. So if you are all free on Friday, I will tweet the time, but more than likely it'll be 9:30, 10 o'clock again, because that's when Tommy goes to bed, that's when I can set up, and that's when we can really get things into motion. My birthday is the 29th. I'm sorry if I missed it. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Scotty. My birthday is the 29th. It'll be the last Frontline Live of the month. Oh, no, there's no wrestling on the channel, Legend. I was just saying the Raw and SmackDown analogy was for my wrestling fans. Anything heel Nakamura, I love. I think Nakamura is amazing, heel or face. Don't wish me happy birthday yet. We still have time. It's only the 16th. All right. And with that, that's it.
All right.
Any questions you have, anything you'd like to recommend as far as video series, save it, write it down somewhere, and on Friday, if everyone's free, come by the live show. I hope a lot of you will make it on Friday. I would like to have like feedback as I'm doing it, but if there's no feedback, that's okay too. Sleepy Rita, thank you so much for the early happy birthday. I appreciate that, and welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. I saw your latest video, by the way. I still have to watch it. It's on my actual watch later list. I am going to be watching that. I saw it pop up, I think, a day or two ago. But with that, we're going to get into the books. We got some nice new. We got one nice, interesting series that's a weekly. I'll tell you, man, between IDW and Image, there's so many weeklies coming out for the summer.
There is. I actually saw the solicitations for it. Amazing.
So, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. So we have 19 digital books.
19. And
they were released on May 9th, 2018. And we're going to start with your book first, which is
Sea of Thieves, issue number 3. Again, an enjoyable read. Again, it's the brother and sister still fighting to get that treasure map. You get to see them fighting skeletons here. You get to see them fighting over the map because the brother's the one that has the map, or the sister, or I forget who had it and stole it, whatever. But they're fighting to get the map in order to get the No, I wouldn't be able to
Oh, I
tell.
thought you were.
They're fighting to get the map, and it kind of ends with one of the members being shot. See if these comic. Oh yeah, it's very cool, Scotty. There, Titan is making a lot of game comics. I'm actually hoping State of Decay did have a comic, a very brief comic. I hope they do it again for State of Decay 2. That's all I'm going to say there. But enjoyable read again. If you're a fan of Sea of Thieves, you'll be reading it. The artwork is really good. The story is really good. I'm sorry if this review is shorter. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance. You might notice I'm speeding through. Not feeling good. Don't want to really lose my voice because I have videos to do. And we had a great pre-show. Thank you all, everybody, for joining in for that. And we're going to continue with the review now. But it's also they're late. All the new books are out now. I'm literally clawing to read the new books, especially certain ones that are weekly that are here. We'll be having a birthday on Frontline Live. I don't think on Frontline Live, but I will be celebrating on this channel, Legend. I will be doing a pre-show on this channel. So you got that to definitely look forward to there. All right. Go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
I just saw, just like Mike is January 14th. Yep, that's right.
Yep, Mike is January 14th, and my son is January 7th.
That's something. Now,
literally weeks apart, 1 week apart.
Yes. Now, this book did come last week. I don't know how the hell I missed it, but The Walking Dead, issue number 179. This is New World Order, part 5 of 6. There's only one more part left of this series, and this is just where left off last time, where they're in the community, and Sebastian just being that person I just want to seriously just slap over the head, but whatever. He's an antagonist after all. We get a little mother and daughter with Michonne and her daughter for a little bit there, and they're just talking about the community and how it's been going bad and whatnot. And basically, it's just all just talking, and we have a little bit of Sadiq, who gets talking with some girl, I forgot what her name was, and we just get more about the community, and we also get Michonne, who talks with I think her name was Margaret or something, and then there's a little bit there. Oh, and this one big thing that was a shock is that Michonne gives Eugene her sword
to give to Rick to let her know.
Just to let him know that she's safe, and that since there's no walkers, there's no need for that. And then that's basically just the whole book. But Eugene, I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious on, because I think he's not turning bad or anything. I think that there's something that he knows.
Oh, chips and salsa, yum.
That's up his sleeve, and yes, that is yum, actually.
I am getting, I'm laughing because the books I ordered this week that are coming actually missed this physical issue. So this week I'm getting 1 and 3, and next week when 4 comes out, I'm getting 2 and 4 because I forgot to order 2 when I ordered 1 and 3. Because I'm the smartest person in the world.
Oh yeah.
But it's so good. You got to read Star Trek The Next Generation Through the Mirror, issue number 2. Issue number 3 dropped today. This is one of the 2 weeklies. I am enjoying this so much. So a ship gets attacked, and the Enterprise kind of catches the frequency and goes to help. Everybody on the ship except 3 survivors are dead. And as they find out that whoever attacked the ship was only salvaging it for parts, and they try to get the logs so they could figure out who did it. They were Starfleet, and that's why they were trying to get the logs so they could figure out who it was. There was a whole interrogation at the beginning of the book with Worf and that guy because he saw him, and that was the guy from the Mirrorverse. And there was proof that the guy on the Enterprise was there for the past 3 days because he was on duty. That was the beginning. Going back towards the end, they get back to the Enterprise. Long story short, lots of good stuff happened in between. And we find they look at the tape, and Riker and Picard see their opposites. Somebody's going live on Twitch, I'm sorry. And that's where that part of the story leaves off. It's awesome. And then the second story has Data from the Darkverse looking for Emperor Spock still. And he's going around, and he finally catches where he finally gets through the grapevine and finds out where somebody might know where Spock is. And he lands on that planet to be continued. Wow. There are 5 Wednesdays this month. This week is issue 3, which means there's only 2 more left. And by the way, J. Kenneth Woodward does the backup story. He does not do the main story in this book, but the art is still good. I would still recommend it. I love Star Trek Next Generation. If this is their way of testing the water, yes, IDW, yes. We want more Star Trek Next Generation. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I love Next Generation. Love the show. Wait. Dordo, TNG, love the show. Oh, no, wait. Gondo?
What?
I have no clue. Too bad we know where and when Spock died. But that's in the movie-verse, Alan. In the Mirrorverse, we don't know. It's completely different, the Mirrorverse. Remember that. Okay.
WWE issue number 17, which continues more about the Bailey backstory, which is what it really focuses on, and her loss that she had against Asuka for the NXT title. I'm sure if you remember.
I don't understand what Alan means by good Chris. Gondole, TNG. Love that. Oh, that show. Wait, The Next Generation. That must be what he's saying. I don't know. I guess. I don't know what the beginning is, but The Next Generation, he loved the show. Okay.
Well, basically, after Bailey lost the belt, she goes into training, and we see a little William Regal that's in there. And it's just showing like how Sasha Banks was having a little feud with Charlotte and Dana Brooke and Sasha.
Yes, they do. Legend Storm said no. Legend Storm said they have a comic for everything, insinuating about the wrestling.
Okay,
and stuff.
but can you wait till I finish?
That might finish, and then I'll say more.
Yeah, but it just keeps going back to where Bailey fought with the Asuka, and then the whole Sasha Banks asking her to be Sasha to be her partner for the tag team match. And Bailey's character is really interesting. I gotta really say so. And we also get Asuka when she first debuted.
I love Asuka,
which is her second story. It keeps giving us this. Well, it says the end, so maybe they'll come up with a different story. Because in this one, it says the Kevin and Sammy show. So we're going to be reading about those two putzes in the next issues to come. Horrific. I mean, they're good wrestlers, don't get me wrong, even though they've been on a losing streak as of now. But
now to answer your question, Legend Storm, yeah, and I love it. I love that, they have Godzilla comics, they have wrestling comics, they have almost any TV show you can imagine. Now video games. I mean, they've got Tomb Raider, they've got Halo. Halo is a huge popular comic franchise. They've got World of Tanks. They've got so many comics. Sea of Thieves. I love that there's a lot out there. And it's also good because comics are pop culture, and they're connecting to other pieces of pop culture.
Yeah, you think maybe we could bring back the Mario Bros. Comic book again?
I would be okay with that.
I would love that.
I would buy it.
Are you kidding me? I would too.
I would buy it in an instant. I change up how I say things depending on what I'm feeling.
And you've got Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Sonic, they did make Sonic. They did make Sonic.
I'm just saying, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oblivion Song 3, I feel like this issue kind of, I don't know, man. I got through it, but I was bored. I really was. I was expecting something big to happen, and really nothing happens. He goes back, and everybody's trying to convince him, I think you're done. They're like, you barely survived this time. I think you're done. What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to find? We know you're trying to find your brother. It's over. It's over. Just let it go. Retire. You did your deed. You saved a lot of people. Just that's it. Live out the rest of your life and be happy. And you see that he's considering it, and then other stuff kind of happens. I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading because I believe they said that we're gonna get a revelation in issue 6. So I'm gonna stick around 3 more issues, and we'll see what happens in issue 6. If it meets my expectation of awesome, I'll read it. If it doesn't, I won't. I'll wait. Oblivion Song is losing steam already. Yeah, exactly. The Sleepy Reader, you understand completely. I feel like it had such great steam. The first issue was like, yeah, okay, this is gonna be something crazy. The second issue was good, and then it left us with such a really cool cliffhanger. It's like, this is where it's gonna pick up right here. And then this issue starts, and it's like, I want it to be good. I really do. Oblivion Song sounds... It's not boring, Tevye, but Robert Kirkman has a way of how he writes. And anybody who reads his books know his, Invincible, his Walking Dead. There's a lot of in-between. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sleepy Reader says exactly. That's it. It's just he has these moments where he puts a lot of disposition in, and he puts a lot of, I don't know if it's setup, I don't know what you'd call it, but he has a lot of like in between, and there's a lull to the way he writes. And right now they're in a lull, and it's issue 3. It should be in anything but a lull. If you guys remember Walking Dead, the entire first volume, action, 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 Invincible, action, 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 action. Anything that Robert Kirkman's done, the first volume had action. This had action, okay, and now we're at the lull already, and it's only issue 3. And it's like Sleepy Rita said, it's only issue 3. Only issue 3. I'm going to stick around for 3 more issues because I have they're saying the payoff for issue 6 is going to be something. And we'll see where it goes. But honestly, the only Robert Kirkman book that I stuck with from beginning to end, well, not really beginning, the middle I missed, was Invincible. I couldn't stick with Walking Dead because there was too much lull in between. Michael liked that. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm like 3 issues behind on purpose because I would like to know in advance, you know, is it going to matter? And I feel like after the Negan War, a lot of nothing's happened.
Yeah, that's what I feel about the TV show.
We're not talking about the TV show.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just saying how they're going to pick it up. Nah.
But I'm going to keep Oblivion Song in the list. I'm going to keep my hope high, and we'll see what happens. I can't trust some comic book companies because certain banana, the banana and apple, you got to love that one. But I will say this, though, when it comes to the banana company. Because a lot of people make themselves famous online by putting in certain groups in their title and blaming them for Marvel being a banana company. I sat there and watched this one person pick apart Domino, issue number 1, throwing in the terms SJW, white privilege, female this and black that, and it's like, what? And literally, this guy got thousands of views. Why? Because in his title, he put the name of a group within Marvel. So basically, everybody, and this is what one person commented me, everybody is having a fun time bashing Marvel and putting a certain group of people and blaming them for the way Marvel is. And they're getting a ton of views, and people are seeing it, and you know what? They're making the same type of video. Listen, no one is to blame for what Marvel's doing except Marvel. If Marvel's trying to cater to someone, that's Marvel catering to anyone. DC New 52, they tried to cater to new readers. Should we single out new readers? No. So we should not be singling out any group, anybody. White, black, social justice warriors, politicians, whatever. We should not be singling anybody out. Because Marvel is doing what Marvel's doing because of Marvel. Marvel wants sales. Marvel doesn't care about, well, they care about who they're selling to, but at the same time, he's raised over to make his own. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Justin. They're giving YouTube comic people a bad name. Exactly, Sleepy Reader. And that's what bothers me because we're not like that. Marvel and all comic companies, what their goal in their sales is to reach out to as many diverse people as possible. Not a specific group, many diverse groups of people. Many. And I've seen all different walks of life reading Marvel, all different walks of life reading DC, and you know what? They all say the same thing. It's not about who they're writing for, it's about what's being written. I think Domino was done pretty well. That's my opinion. I'm sure a few of you don't like Domino, and I have Domino issue 2 in this listing. But if you don't, that's fine. But don't stand there and say it's because of this person or because of that. The person is so dumb, he even thought that the writer was a dude. He even said, the guy that writes this book, did you even look at the cover? It's Gail Simone. Really? The guy that writes Domino? If you're going to rant about a book, at least do your research too, man. He's whipping up anger and monetized it. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Gail Simone is an amazing writer, just an FYI. Now, she might not have all home runs, but she's a girl. Number one, get your facts straight, dude. You know who I don't think he watched my video, but I'm sure he knows who I'm talking about. And dude, seriously, that whole circle of people making those videos, making us reviewers look bad, do us all a favor. Go to Daily Motion. Go to Daily Motion. Get the hell off of YouTube because you're giving us a bad name and you're singling out a group. And that's why you keep singling out one group. That's why you're getting what you're getting. And you deserve everything you get. Everything you get. And I hope to God, what Justin said, I hope that they never make it into the stores. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even part of the group that he makes fun of, and I hope they don't make it to stores just because of his point of view on life, the way he treats his comics, and the way his point of view is in comics. Stay the hell out of our field. Do us a favor and go away. And take everyone in your friend circle that does the same shit with you. And I didn't drop any names on purpose. Some of you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I think diversity is very important in comics, and I think we reach out to as many people, ages, genders, religions, and ethnicities as we can. I think it's a very important thing, diversity in comics nowadays. It's very, very important because we live in a diverse world. The one difference between all of us is, well, two differences: our religion and our skin color. That is the only difference. Everything inside, underneath the layer of skin, everything beneath the skin layer is the same. One heart, two lungs, one liver, two kidneys. If you're a boy, two other things and one other thing. If you're a girl, two other things in a different place. We're all the same on the inside. We all need air to breathe. We all need water to drink, and we all need food to survive. The problem is people like that don't realize that in their little small mind. But then again, they only want views too. But we are a diverse group of people. And when everybody stops fighting and yelling at everybody else that we should be heard, we should be heard, they should be heard, we should be heard, I feel I'm shaming myself. I'm shaming them. When everybody finally shuts the hell up and realizes this, the world will be 20,000 times better. The world will finally be at freaking peace when everybody realizes we're not so different. We are all not so different. We treat each other differently, but we shouldn't. That's what the problem is. Treating each other differently. When everybody starts to treat everybody equally and the same, that's when the world is going to be happy. We should celebrate everyone who makes comics. Exactly. Even when we don't love. Exactly. There are a lot of comics I don't like. Walking Dead. But I'll still say Kirkman is a good damn writer. Hands down. Listen now and hear me later. What is I'm trying to understand that. Listen now. I wish people would just listen now and get it all now. I'm going to delete that because I'm not bringing up specifics, Tevia. I don't care. I don't care. So I'm not going to address that. It's not my place, not my issue, not my problem. But that's what as a writer, I like to reach out to everyone. And I have something in my stories for everyone. Everyone. Every single person. Not a specific group. I don't patronize or pander to a specific group. I give to everyone. I want everyone to love my book. I want everyone to love my story. Not just a specific group. As a writer, as a reviewer, I respect everyone in the business. Regardless how, even if they've got a big head, you got to respect. Like Rob Liefeld. Nobody likes Rob Liefeld, but the man created Deadpool. The man created a lot. JLS. It's okay to not like a book, critique the book, but don't attack the... Exactly. You don't attack someone. You don't attack a company. You don't attack a person because they're just like everybody else. They're just trying to write a story. There are people that absolutely hated the Batman story I didn't like by Tom King, the 1-2 issues ago. I didn't like it, but I didn't destroy it. I saw people destroy that book. And it's like, wow, okay. I liked it. I mean, I didn't love it. It was okay. I wouldn't destroy the book. It's in my collection forever and for always, but jeez. One story. Comic creators, the better. Good. There you go. That's actually a really cool story, Legend. That actually sounds like a really cool insight into that. But anyway, I'm sorry. I just, a lot of this has been coming to me lately. Like a lot of, how YouTube runs. Everybody knows the way they do their the recommended videos for you. And my niece actually found a video from this person, and I watched that video, and then he became part of my algorithm. And I saw other ones. And I'm like, oh no, not another one of these. And I just happened to see a few, and it's been right in front of my face. And I deleted my history on purpose so that it would take him off my algorithm. But man, oh man, the hate is strong. There is a dark. I mean, if the comic review community was a Jedi community, there is truly a dark side to the comic reviewing community. And again, like I said before, I truly hope more people find our side, the Jedi side, than the dark side. But the weird thing is the dark side is being fueled way more, and that's the scary part. But anyway, we keep doing what we love doing, and we just keep moving on. And we hope that, everybody will just ignore everything going on to the right of us, and we just stay focused here. But again, I say, all comics are for everyone. And we live in a world that's very diverse. It's very important to have that. Once we get through that, oh, what's up, Bueller? How's it going, man? And once we get through that, and once the world finally realizes that, outside of comics, just the whole world in general, we will be living in a happier, peacefuler place. That's my knowledge for the day. And I'm sick, so I'm talking through the medicine right now, honestly. I really am talking through the medicine. So before I put my foot in my mouth, because I hope I didn't already, let's continue with the comics.
All right.
I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody watching. I didn't mean to go on this rant. It hit me, and I've been holding it in, and I had to let it out. So I apologize to everyone watching right now live, and I apologize to anybody watching post-live. Hopefully you fast-forwarded back to this part where Mike's going to start reviewing again. That's just a little rant of mine. A lot of Dark Side viewers aren't current comic readers. Exactly. So thank God for that, Sleepy Reader. Thank God for that, at least. But I'm done. My apologies. I'm done.
Xena Warrior Princess, issue number 4 by Meredith Finch, which I actually wrote this really well, actually. It starts off where Xena goes to Jay in the book to find out where Gabby is, because Gabby reunited with her sister, Leela. And they have that little sister talk together and how they got abandoned, while Xena is trying to get some more answers, like I said, to find this character, Jay, and say that he was on a ship, but they're on a ship that goes by the woman named Callisto. Callisto? I think that's how you say her name. Whatever.
I love Meredith Finch writing. I feel bad. Meredith's leaving the book. I think she only has one or two more issues. She only has one or two. Another writer's taking over. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I wanted Meredith to stay on for a bit longer.
Well, basically, they're trying to find their way out because these men that come in are treating them as slaves, and they take Gabby away since she was being like a little smart mouth on the ship. But Xena does find the ship and tries to save Gabby, but this is like a life or death matter because Callisto has Gabby in her hands with the sword on the neck. So, oh boy.
I like the artwork in that book. I will say that.
Yeah, the artwork is drawn really nice.
This is Ethan Von Sciver, right? Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan. I'm sorry, not Ethan Von. Why did I think of that? Brian K. Vaughan. Now, can you turn that without it?
Yes. Good.
Hold it up. Let's see if it works.
Oh, no, wait.
No. Can you lock it?
I don't want to. All
right, just try to hold it sideways. Just show both covers. I'll let Mike show one. Barrier number 1 and Barrier issue 1 and 2. Barrier number 1 actually came out for Free Comic Book Day. I really liked it. It's a story that's split into 2 parts. One is a girl that speaks English, and one is a guy that speaks Spanish. And they both get abducted. That's the whole point of Barrier. It's like a language barrier. And I liked this. I really enjoyed the first issue a lot. I didn't know what to expect in the book, as Mike was trying to show you. You don't read the book traditional way, which is up and down. You read it sideways. And as a matter of fact, because it's a sideways book, they actually made it like a regular comic sideways is about like this big. They actually made it about that big. They actually stretched it a bit longer. This Barrier comic sounds very... It's Scotty, I would say give it a read. I found it very interesting. It's about this woman who apparently lost her husband, owns this piece of land, and this piece of land is being invaded by immigrants who are using it as a drug reign, like a drug road, to go in and out of Mexico and Texas. And this other guy is from Ecuador, and he's trying to defect to America. Now, I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. And I'm sorry for the sneeze. Now, I'm sorry. I'm not good at reading Spanish, and I was going to ask Cindy to help me with that, and I didn't. But from what you gather from reading, he is trying to defect to America. And where their story collides is, and I love how the book kind of shows a side-by-side all the way down to where he ends up on her land. And they start firing on him because they think he's part of the drug reign. And the girl comes out, she's ready to shoot him, and then they get abducted. To be continued. Barrier number 2, which came out this week. Now, Barrier number 1 also came out this week, the collector's edition. If you want to pay the extra, I think $3, I think it's the $5 book, you get a whole extra piece in the back, and that's what I got. They get abducted by aliens. The ship shows up and sucks them in. Have you? Classic alien abduction. So the next book, it starts off with the dude in the ship, and he's fighting his way through. He has this book from issue 1. He's been holding on to this book like it's the Bible, and he finds a girl halfway through the issue, and then they have a little bit of back and forth, and then she gets pulled away, but then he gets abducted, and she ends up being taken away, and then she comes face to face with the aliens, and that's it. Now there's a bit more that happens in this issue, but issue 3 is a completely silent issue, meaning it's like Godzilla, Alan. Godzilla in hell. There's no dialogue. The next issue is literally just a page turner. They claim Barrier won't come out in trade. Don't know if I believe. Why would they say that, Sleepy? I would say that it should. There's no reason it should. Maybe because it reads sideways. It's very interesting. I would definitely recommend checking out the first. Now, there is a little disclaimer. I should say this. There is nudity in both issues. One has the girl, and this is how you know she's kind of lonely. She's watching porn. The second one, apparently, when she got abducted, they destroyed her clothes. So she's naked when he first meets her, and he gives her his jacket, and she gets dressed then. But there is nudity. I do want to point that out. Artwork's pretty good as well. Story's very gripping, very interesting. And for a weekly series, you need that. You need that for 5 weeks. You need to have that grip. And it has it. The no trade seems like a gimmick. Oh. I don't know. But Sleepy, I wouldn't even wait for the trade. If you can get your hands on the free comic book day issue 1 and then get issue 2 and 3, I would definitely recommend it. I am enjoying this series. Now, if it stays that way, we'll have to wait and see. Again, we have 3 more issues. We're only 2 issues in, and obviously issue 3 came out today. But we still have 3 more issues as of this review before it's over. But I've enjoyed the first 2 enough to actually say give it a shot. We'll see what I'm saying at the end of the month. Hopefully I'm saying the same thing that I'm saying about Star Trek. These are my 2 weeklies. I'm going to be reading these all the way through to the end. I'm going to pick up. Awesome. I hope you do a review on it or share your thoughts on it, Sleepy. I'll be very interested in seeing your point of view on the book when you read it. Unless you wait for the whole series to come out and then just do a full point of view one. That would be cool also. I'm very interested to see what you think about it. I wish Scott Custom Bromstar would pick it up. I think he'd like it too. I don't know. I think a lot of people would like this book. I think everybody should give it a try. Now, Domino. Book that certain people hate. Issue number 2. I liked this issue. Apparently this girl can turn Domino's powers on and off at the snap of a finger. And this dude, this old man that hired this woman to do that to Domino, I'm okay with the artwork now. I kind of got used to it. But this guy that hired this woman is doing this because the more Domino has bad luck, Yeah, the more Domino has bad luck, the younger this old man gets. Because apparently she must have stolen this guy's luck. That's part of her charm, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out as the series continues. But I like that aspect. And then, you know, she goes on a job. You know, she gets her powers back. She's shaken up now. Now she's shaken up because she's never been that close to death before. So it's like, whoa. And there's some cool stuff with Deadpool in here that made me laugh. I'm sure Kat was happy that Dazzler actually made an appearance in this book. There was a lot of funny moments as well. I feel like Domino is kind of on the line of like a Deadpool book where it has a lot of funny moments in it, but it's also a serious book. So it's not exactly a ha-ha-ha book. It's a ha-ha, but there's some serious action as well. So I guess, yeah, Deadpool, because Deadpool has serious action as well. So it's kind of got that comedy to it that I guess some people can't get, but I enjoyed it. And then we find out at the end when they're doing their job that this guy shows up again. He's younger. He's like, the more you have bad luck or the more bad things happen to you, the younger I'm getting. So I don't want to kill you. I want you to suffer. To be continued. As I read Domino, though, there is one thing I will say. I feel like Domino feels more like a mini-series than an ongoing. Obviously, Marvel put Domino out because the movie. I keep getting bugged because I see that the camera... There we go. Obviously, it's because of the movie. But will it last? I hope so. I really do. If the writing stays very strong, I believe the series will live. If not, I definitely see this series kind of sliding out. Yeah. And this is all part of Marvel's fresh new start. Fresh new start. For the 10th time. Hunt for Wolverine... Possibly my favorite out of the 4 minis that are coming out of Hunt for Wolverine. Adamantium Agenda, issue number 1. The new Avengers, or the key characters to the new Avengers, team up to find Wolverine. And what happens is Tony Stark finds out that there is an auction going on. He knows that Wolverine's missing, but there's an auction that's about to go on, and they're going to auction off a superhero's DNA, like a strand of it. And Tony thinks it's Wolverine. And you get to see a little bit of back in the day when they were the new Avengers and they were on a mission. And Tony and all of them made this promise to Logan that nobody would ever use his DNA or use him in a bad way. So they think it's Wolverine's DNA. So they go to this auction. There's some really nice stuff in here, by the way. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is written so good. Tom Taylor, I got to say this. I think Tom Taylor should get a new Avengers book. And it should be this team. Spider-Man, Wolverine, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Man. Throw in maybe one other person from the new Avengers, maybe Spider-Woman, because we don't even have a Spider-Woman book anymore. Put Spider-Woman back in there. I really feel like Tom Taylor gets the voices of every character he writes. He writes Spider-Man excellently. He wrote Luke Cage, Jessica. When I was reading the flashback, I felt like I was reading Bendis's New Avengers again, in a way. He definitely has a very good voice with a lot of characters. And he has some great humor. There was a scene with the trigger, and I love how they're like, well, do we get a dead guy? And I love how Jessica's like, give me 5 minutes and I'll find you a dead guy. And Spider-Man's like, I don't even believe we're having this conversation. It was so good. So good. Anyway, the DNA we find out is not Logan's. It's Danielle Cage's. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones' child. You just pissed off Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, quite possibly the 2 most powerful people on that submarine. I'm gonna enjoy the next issue a lot. So I'm really invested in this mini. I loved it. If you have to pick one series so far, I know there's still 2 more. One came out today and one's coming out next week. This is my favorite so far. Tom Taylor's writing is excellent. The artwork, there were certain pieces I didn't really, they didn't mesh, but the artwork worked enough for me to say I love this. If Marvel's looking to make another slot, New Avengers, this team, Tom Taylor writing, same artist, get a different artist, this is the book. This is it. Venom issue number 1, or if you want to go by the legacy numbering, issue 166.
Yeah.
Wow. Legacy 166. I really liked Ryan Stegman's art here. It was dark. I will agree it was very dark, but I think it fit for what this first issue was all about. So Eddie's having these nightmares, and he is really getting strung out because something's going on to his symbiote. I wanted to say that on purpose because whoever said that in the movies, I swear to God, I don't know what script you were reading. It's symbiote, not symbiote.
Symbiote.
Is it symbiote?
Or either yacht or
yacht, yit, it, fit, no, symbiote. I don't care what you call it. Symbiote. Symbiote. Anyway, something's happening to the symbiote. And he's actually taking pills to keep the symbiote calm because something's possessing it. And this guy shows up in the middle of one of Venom's treks against Jack-O-Lantern. And he kind of kidnaps Venom, he kidnaps Eddie Brock, and we find out that he has been dealing with the symbiotes before. As a matter of fact, he had the symbiote before symbiotes even made it to Earth for some reason. Somehow, some way, the U.S. government had it. But this guy quit and joined S.H.I.E.L.D. His friends didn't. And what happened was, what's happening to Eddie is exactly what's happening to what happened to his friends, and they locked him up. And this guy's like, "Do you really know your symbiote? What's his name? How old is he? Did you know under the suit? Do you age? Don't you age? This, that, the other thing." And Eddie's like, "I had no idea the suit did all this." He's like, "I'll teach you. You help me, I'll teach you how everything about your suit. Everything I'm forgetting, you're gonna learn. Let me help you." So this guy's gonna be like a new teacher. And we might get some new stuff with them. I don't know. 1 second. Sorry. I don't care. I'm powering through this review, cold and all. I really liked it. And we find out that the symbiote is actually talking with the other symbiotes that are possessed at some point at the end of the book. And they say something. And Eddie's like, "What are they saying?" and Venom says, "God." We see this big, like, devil with wings symbiote shooting out from under the ground. I'm invested. This, unlike the past couple of volumes of Venom, not counting Flash because I enjoy Flash, looks interesting. We'll see. Ryan Stegman's art, I hope it gets a little brighter. I mean, for the first issue and for where the setting is, I understand it. I just hope it doesn't stay dark. But again, everything happened at night. Just saying, everything happened at night. Sideways issue number 4. We're in DC and we're in the, I forget, the metal verse. I don't know what they're considering this. The side universe, or Dark Knight's metal. So we'll go with that, metal. I love Sideways because he thinks he's all that. You know, he's got like this huge ego. He's like, one arm. It'll never happen again. And he goes out and fights this other guy, doesn't do any research on him. And it turns out this guy is like a makeshift regent who could suck powers out of anybody he touches. And he just keeps messing up, but he's still got that ego like, I could still kick his ass. I'm a superhero now. I'm doing this for the videos. Doesn't that sound familiar? I'm doing this for the video views. But anyway, and the girlfriend's like, and the mother's waiting to take him to lunch, and he has an interview with the mother's boss for a job position in her company. And the boss on the side is looking for Sideways because she's interested in Sideways to examine him to get his powers. And it's insane with the boss. But anyway, long story short, the guy absorbs Sideways powers, and he has no idea what he's doing. And he ends up blowing himself up. So Sideways wins, but again, the bad guy died. Last time a person lost an arm. This time a person died. He's like, "I'm done. I quit. I'm not going to do this anymore." And then the last page, we see the dude that was chasing after him in issue number 1 and going into issue number 2 is back, and he's like, "I need to train you because things are going wrong and I have to train you." So apparently we thought this guy was going to be the bad guy. He's actually a good guy. He wants to train Sideways. So looks like Sideways isn't quitting anytime soon. It was a good, Sideways is a very good time. Symbiote Godzilla. That would be a very weird but interesting story. Now, No review for this. I'm throwing this in there specifically because I read it. And I want to share what I read. Flash 46, I like it. I like that Wally is remembering everything. And what is even cooler, and what I didn't know, and Tevia actually said it on the live show yesterday, and it didn't click for me until he said it. Iris remembers. Not Iris. His wife remembers everything. I forgot her name. Up. All the way up. All the way up. There. No, I forgot, but Linda remembered everything. So, and what's happening is this is all set up for the war. Linda Park, thank you. And I love how he went to the Flash Museum. And remember now, even though we're in Rebirth, Rebirth takes place after New 52. Now, New 52 rewound the universe a bit. So where we were pre-New 52, there was already a Flash Museum with Wally, with Barry, with Bart. It doesn't exist yet. They're still building it in the Rebirth / New 52 universe. And when they get there, when Flash gets there, when Barry gets there, he's like, this hasn't been built yet. It's not going to be built for another couple of years. And it fades away. That was insane. And I really, we're starting to see this in multiple books. The old universe is cracking in. Slowly, it's breaking through. And I'm really excited to see what Doomsday Clock is definitely going to leave some really huge cracks that'll hopefully fix a lot of stuff.
Oh, I was waiting for you. I thought you were going to still talk. I see you looking that way. Red on the Outlaws. Issue number 22. So, I don't know what it is about this story, but the Penguin story arc's getting a little bit boring in this issue. Like, it's just Jason Todd who's fighting off against the Penguin because of his ways of what he's doing. Meanwhile, you have Bizarro with what was her name? Like Artemis, no, I'm sorry. Wow, Artemis and Lex with their little thing they had years ago, and she goes to LexCorp to actually talk to him about Bizarro with his about his creation, so she learns more about him. Then you got Jason Todd who goes to what's her name? Ma Gun or something like that to find out more information about what he's looking for. So Lex is like saying how he gave Bizarro life twice and how his experiment was, like he was like a son to him, basically. And I just like the Jason Todd and Bizarro connection they have. And now he's going back to me on this a little bit, but it's like a back and forth thing. So, yeah. Bizarro, it's like he talks regular, but then he goes back to his sense.
He's reverting slowly.
So yeah. Slowly but surely, he's going to go back to exactly the way
I think there's going to be it's like what Superman said in Superman. I think the Bizarro from Bizarro World is going to come back together with the Bizarro from Red Hood and the Outlaws, and that's where we're going to get the true Bizarro again.
Yep.
New Superman issue and the Justice League of China, issue number 23. I loved this issue. Yes, I did. So Keenan, thanks to Flash of China, breaks free of his Yang self, and instead she's into his Ying Master I Ching side. And I love how she makes the joke, how many suits do you have? Because when he was Yang, he was all white. When he was the other way, when he was I Ching, he was black. And there's a lot in between there. She had to get the Green Lanterns to help her from China. And what happens is he turns good then. He leans more towards the good side, the virtuous side. He takes out all the Green Lanterns, saves Aquaman of Korea. Well, he's Dragonborn, Dragon Son from North Korea. And what happens is they take Dragon Son without Korea knowing, and Dragon Son makes a water sculpture of himself to make it look like he's sitting in jail, while in reality, he's in China, and they're training him, and he's learning to use his powers and whatnot. So technically, he's becoming the Aquaman of China. I like it. I was really happy with this, and I like how Keenan went into himself. He was doing his meditation, and he's like, if I was able to tap into you, can I go into the spirit world? And if I can I find you? And he's like, not without great cost. And Keenan's like, that's not a no. I'll be seeing you soon. That was insane. And that's the next story arc. I loved it. New Superman's an awesome book. I feel bad I dropped it, but I'm really happy I picked it back up again. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 44. Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns are now enlisting people into their ranks to help fight against the Dark Stars. And it opens up with Tomar 2 killing Goldface, the man who killed his father during, what was it? The Sinestro War? Or the Dark? I don't remember where it happened, but he killed him there. Oh, there are so many cool books out there. Yeah, definitely. And it was sad to see that happen, but then in reality, Hal's not there just for that. He's there because he wants Hector Hammond. You got John, who went to Zod. You've got Guy, who meets up with Arkillo to get Arkillo. So you're getting big guns. They're bringing in the big guns to fight against the Dark Stars. This is going to be huge. And I like how everybody is listening, except Arkillo. Arkillo, everybody kind of put up a bit of a fight. Arkillo is the only one that was like, I'm in. Like, immediately, I'm in. And I like that. And I like the respect level Arkillo has with Guy Gardner. I like that even though they're part of two different corps, there's that respect level still there. So even though they're not working together anymore, they're still friends or drinking buddies, as they put it, and they'll still team up if they need to. I like that. I like, for a character that I started reading and hated, I like this side of Arkillo now. It actually invests me in Arkillo, and it makes me like the character a bit. I like that. I really do. Hal Jordan, by far, is one of my favorite books out of the two Green Lantern books, but I'm going to give Dan Jurgens' Green Lanterns a shot. Not review-wise, reading-wise, and then we'll see if I'll move it to reviews. But Detective Comics 980. Batman, Spoiler, and Cassandra break into Brother Eye to try to save Tim. Kate goes to fight Tim. And like Tevye said in the comments already, we get to see more continuity of the old DC continuity pop up here. Batman, Spoiler is in the Belfry, the remade Belfry, to take down Brother Eye. And Brother Eye is showing her, hey, you're nothing in this world, because in the other world you were Robin, you became Batgirl, Cassandra became Batgirl, and both of them are looking like they accepted us. And these are two characters that always were questioning since the beginning of Detective Comics and Rebirth. Will we ever truly belong to the Bat family? And that was their answer right there. And then you got Kate, who gets taken over by Brother Eye, so she's being forced to watch the dark future now. And Tim is completely under control. We don't even see Tim, and that's what worries me. I hope Tim's all right. But we get to see that dark future play out now. And Kate's gonna see it firsthand. And I just love it. And going back to Cassandra, she's like, you know what? You think you just hurt me? You just built me up to the point where now I know no matter what universe I'm from, I'm unstoppable. And I'm gonna kick your ass. To be continued. This book was a fun read. Detective is my favorite. I do enjoy Batman, and I am going to look forward to the Batman Catwoman wedding, but I love Detective. I truly, truly love Detective Comics. It is a very strong book. All right, strong books. Here we go. The final issue to Batman White Knight. 8 of 8. Jack is very quickly losing control of himself and becoming the Joker again. But he still has to team up with Batman to take out Neo Joker and her crew. First, they enlist. First, we find out that Mr. Freeze is working with them, and he's the one that actually reverses the freeze ray. Second, we get to see Joker kicking some butt in here, working with Batman because Jack still semi has control. And then, of course, Neo Joker gets beat. Batman and the good guys save the day, but Jack's like, take me back to Arkham because I know I don't have much time left. But before he goes back, he's like, do me one favor before I go back. Marry me with Harley. Because obviously, you know, they both fell in love with each other, so they both want to get married. And, of course, as a comic reader, I saw it coming, but it was still like, oh, you broke my heart. They got to the I do's, and that's where Jack lost himself again completely, and he became the Joker. So Harley goes in, and she's now one of the bigger agents fixing up Gotham. And obviously Joker is back in Arkham. Neo Joker's back in Arkham. And we find out Batman did his research. He's like, you know, I figured it out. Napier wasn't the White Knight. It was you. That's the big twist. And dang it, Sean Murphy, you did a great job. It was Harley pulling the strings the whole time. She made the drug that fixed Joker. She put Joker and Batman in that situation where either Joker or Batman were going to force Joker to take it. She knew Napier was going to be the product of what happened. So she foresaw it. She saw it. So she was the White Knight the whole time. And I love how Batman's like, what did Joker mean about this? And then, is Napier still somewhere in there? She doesn't answer him. So, Napier could still be in there somewhere. I like that. That sets up for another arc, possibly. And then, alternatively, Alfred left a letter for Batman. And we also don't know what he left under the floorboards in his room. Again, leading to possibly another volume. And in the end of the volume, and there's another thing that hopefully will lead into the next volume, Bruce Wayne unmasks in front of Gordon and says the world needs to know Batman is Bruce Wayne. No more masks. The world needs to know the truth. Because Napier came out and said, I did what he did to get one up on Batman. So now Batman's like, you know what? The Mask and Batman need to go. They need to know who I am. There are some awesome Batman stories. Wish they had animated series involved. Are you telling me, man? Yeah. I think this is the last book, correct? Justice League No Justice, issue number 1. Oh, we got Frost who made it in here. Undisputed Club. Chop. But anyway, I did a review of Justice League No Justice, so I won't be reviewing it again here. This was the Viewer's Choice winner. If you'd like to see my review on it, definitely go check it out. But I will say, long short of it, I love the book. I'm really interested in seeing where this goes. I'm excited. That's actually going to be one of the first books I read after the Viewer's Choice for this week. That's going to be the next book I read on my list this week because I have high hopes for No Justice. I'm looking forward to where this goes. Yet again, another weekly. So we have Star Trek, Justice League No Justice, Barrier. 3 weeklies going on at the same time. So there are 3 books I'll be reviewing all the way through until the beginning of June. And ironically, this episode has 3 of the same number, 444. This is the 444th episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review, and with that, we are officially done with the 444th episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. I am talked out. I already feel a sore throat coming on. I apologize again to everybody. I know a few of you were agreeing with me with the rant I had at the beginning of the show. I do apologize though because this is a comic review show first and foremost, and then if I have opinions, I do a podcast or whatever on that. But I apologize for my little set off. Batman needs to die by the hands of Damian, and Tim Drake needs to take over the Batman. And then Damian become the new super. That would be a very interesting story. Frost, that would be a very interesting story. That would make for an interesting story. That's very interesting. I would like to see DC do a... obviously, they won't do that in the main universe, but I'd love to see a miniseries written like that for us. Recommend it to DC. So, rant aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the 444th episode. Again, unfortunately, the polls are closed for Viewer's Choice. However, the next Viewer's Choice will go live. It's already 11:30. I'm going to go look into my books that come out next week now. I will be setting up a poll that will go live at 12 midnight tonight with the next 5 books that you all can choose from. Please vote, everybody. Please. I feel like everybody forgets, and then I remind y'all on Monday or on Frontline Live, and everybody remembers that. And everybody remember, this is a video. This is a series I do for all of you, and I want all of your voices heard. So this way, everybody can enjoy, you know, the pick of the week or the viewer's choice of the week. So please definitely vote. It will be live tomorrow morning when you wake up. I will have it pinned to my Twitter. Vote for your book of the week. Superboy and Damien would be, yeah, there would be no more because Damien would be bad. It'd be cool because then Superboy would be like, they would be arch rivals. But anyway, don't forget that podcast next week, Friday live show, unboxing, AMA-esque update video. Be there for that. Friday at about 10 o'clock, probably p.m., unless I'm super sick and I can't do it. Twitter, keep an eye on Twitter. If I don't tweet that I'm not doing it, I am doing it. So hopefully I'll see all of you on Friday at 10 o'clock again for this unboxing / update / AMA. Yeah, I think that's it. Check out the whole video as well. Ask Spidey's back. You can go ask your questions to Spidey over on the Discord. And Ask Spidey will be officially returning in June. And don't forget my pre-show, May 29th. I'm going to be promoting this all the way through till we get to that Tuesday. Big stuff will be definitely dropping there. With that, thank you, Frost, for being here. Scotty, Justin, Jesse. We had Sleepy, who was here for throughout my entire rant. Thank you, Sleepy. I said Tevya, I believe, but if not Tevya, Alan. We had Bueller, who was here for a tiny bit. Legend Storm. I think also Mike. Roll. Mike Roll was here for a bit. And I think that's about all. And I said Scotty. Right? I said Scotty.
And Jesse.
I said Jesse. This is why scrolling up's not a good idea. We should start from the top and go down. And CO397. Thank you, Michael. Yes. Thank you all for being here with me live tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here every single week as I do this live show on purpose so that all of you can come in. We can have a discussion while we do the comic review. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. And by the way, Jesse will be going live tomorrow with Comics on Conversation. I don't know what time, but it'll be at night. I'm sorry. I suck at times just as much as I suck at dates. So tomorrow night will be Jesse's Comic Conversation. Sunday morning will be Justin's Sunday morning comics live show. And then come back here on Monday. We will have the comic review, God please, on time. And then Tuesday will be episode 201 of the Frontline Live show. And then we'll see what else happens next week. I'm working on things as we move along. A lot of stuff. I mean, you guys saw the whole video. You know there's a lot of review stuff in the future that we're going to be reviewing. And also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter, because I post a lot of stuff on Twitter at times. You know, videos that I'm getting ready to upload. Bloopers are on my Facebook. You know, tentative time changes. You know, random live shows. Twitch live streams. Keep an eye on Twitch, by the way. I will be doing a live stream. Instagram, I share a bunch of pictures of things I get throughout that I don't do a whole video on. So you'll get to see what's coming in the future there, too. I did post something there, as a matter of fact. But anyway, now we are post-live, so it's your turn. Everybody out there watching post-live, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Likes, dislikes, agree, disagree, recommendations. Love hearing from everybody. And honestly, a lot of recommendations or a lot of books that I actually get interested in, I see other people getting in their haul videos, and that's what gets me interested in checking them out or looking into them. And as a matter of fact, Barrier I got through Free Comic Book Day, so that's how I got interested in Barrier. But Oblivion Song was Mike Spider Slayer. Ice Cream Man, which Mike now reviews, but I'm still reading, was Mike Spider Slayer. There are a lot of things all over the place. Also, if you are inclined to give, there are people that ask about Patreon. I'm working on that. That won't be for a while. And but there is a donate button, so if you'd like to donate anything to the channel, it all goes right back into the channel. There's a donate button on the channel. Again, don't have to. If you do, it just pushes us forward that much quicker. If you don't, we're still going to get there. It's just going to take us our speed to get there. Thank you all so much for being here. Take care, everybody. Keep reading, keep collecting. We will see you guys really soon in the next review.
Everyone.